Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video, let's discuss about AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery Survey. So before moving into the video, let's see what are the topics which we are going to cover in this video. So firstly, let's get an introduction to the AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery and what are the key features and what are the benefits of that. And after that, let's see how the AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery works, and let's take a look into the architecture overview and what are the use cases of the AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery. So, firstly, what is AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery? So, it's a cloud-based service provided by the AWS, so that enables businesses to rapidly recover their workloads in the event of the disaster, minimizing the downtime and the data loss. So this service will help you to recover your application and data in case something goes wrong, like a server crashes or the natural disaster. So it allow you to quickly and easily restore your system to working state, and it will minimizing the downtime and the data losses. So it allows organization to replicate a physical, virtual, or the cloud-based system to the AWS in real time. So in the case of the outage or the disruption workloads, can be quickly brought online on the AWS and ensuring the business community. So, in simple words, the AWS will protect the AWS continuously replicate your data and application from your primary location, like on premises or the another cloud, to the AWS. So, if there is a failure or disaster, the AWS disaster recovery service so can quickly launch your system in the AWS to get them back up and running with the minimal disruption. So when disaster strikes, the AWS DRS can automatically switch to your backup system, so you don't have to manually intervene. So it's like having a backup plan in the place, so if something goes wrong, so you can quickly get back and get back on the track without losing the critical information or facing the long downtime. Now let's see what are the key feature provided by the AWS disaster recovery service. So firstly, provide the non-disruptive testing. So test failures a scenario without affecting the production environment. So you can test your disaster recovery plan without affecting your live running system. So this means you can see if your backup system will work in the real disaster. So but your normal business operation won't interrupt during the test. And secondly, it provides the seamless recovery feature, so you can replicate the data and the application with the minimal impact. If something goes wrong, like a server failure, the AWS DRS ensure your data and the application are quickly recovered without much delay. So it help your business get back on track without major disruption. And it also provides the real-time data replication feature, so you can continuous replication of the live data to the AWS with the near zero data loss. So that means the AWS continuously copies your data in the real time, so keeping an update version of the AWS. So this will minimize the risk of the losing any data, even if something happen in your main system, since the AWS has a nearly up-to-date copy of the everything. And fourthly, it provides the automatic orchestration feature, so automated failure and recovery procedures. That means when the disaster strikes, so the AWS DRS can automatically switch to backup system and they restore overthink without needing the manual intervention. So it follow a preset plan to quickly bring your system back online, and by saving the time and the effort. And also the AWS disaster recovery is a cost effective, so you have to pay only for what you use without no upfront cost. So there are no big upfront cost or ongoing fees for the keeping unused backup system. You have to pay based on your usage, which keeps cost lower and more flexible for your needs. Now let's see what are the benefits provided by using the AWS disaster recovery service. So firstly, business continuity. So it ensures the minimal downtime in case of disaster. So the AWS DRS help ensure that your business can keep running with the minimal downtime in the event of the disaster. So even if something goes wrong, so your application and data are quickly restored, so your business can continuous operating without major interruption. And secondly, flexibility, so it supports various workloads including the VMware, Hyper-V physical servers and the cloud workloads. So it works with a variety of the different environment, whether you are using a VMware or Hyper-V or the physical server or the other cloud services. So this flexibility allow you to back up and recover many different types of systems and workloads, no matter where they hosted. And it also provides the security, so it integrated with the AWS security and the compliance tools for the secure application and the recovery. So the AWS DI is integrated with the AWS security and the compliance tools, so making sure that your data is protected during the replication and the recovery. So uh, it follow the best practices for the encryption and access control and the monitoring, so helping keep your data secure and compliance with the regulations. And lastly, scalability, so it can scale disaster recovery plans with the size and the complexity of your organization. So, as your business grows or your IT needs changes, so AWS DRS can scale with you. It can scale with you. So, whether you have a small setup or the large setup, so you can adjust your disaster recovery plans to fit your needs, and it allows you to expand or adjust resources as necessary to support your organization's size or the complexity. Now let's see how the AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery works. So firstly, so this feature contain the this service contain three features. So first one is the replication, and second one is the failover, and third one is the failback. So firstly, what is the meaning of replication? So the AWS DRS continuously replicate on premises or the other cloud workloads to the AWS in a real time. So the AWS continuously copies your important data and the application from your on-premises server or other AWS environment in the real time. So it uses the lightweight software agent install on your server to track and send data to the AWS. So this replication happens in the background, so across the multiple AWS data centers. You can call it as a zones, availability zones. So your data is safe and ready for the recover uh, at any time. Failover means in case of outage or disaster, so workload can be spun upon the AWS with the minimal downtime using the AWS DRS. So, if something goes wrong, like a server failures or network issue or the natural disaster, so the AWS DRS allow you to quickly move your workloads to the AWS. So, this procedure called failover. So, when outages happens, you can automatically spin up your application on the AWS. So it will minimizing the downtime and keeping your business running smoothly. You can also test failover scenarios to ensure everything works properly when needed. So without affecting your actual production environment. So it automatically automated the recovery. Recovery means the system can do it all with the minimal effort from your side. Failback means after the disaster event is resolved, you can easily fail back to your on-premises infrastructure or continue operation on the AWS. That means after your disaster or outages is over and everything is back to normal, you can easily move your workloads back to your on-premises servers or continue running them on the AWS. So if you want to return to your original infrastructure, so the AWS DRS make it simple to restore the operation